A lot of Black infants are just lucky to get to their first birthday. Black infants die at a rate of 2.5 to 1 compared to white infants. We're making a series to figure out why that gap exists. Getting to the year 1 birthday is more of an uphill climb for some babies than others. I didn't start out to make a film about infant mortality or healthcare disparities. I started out producing a film to create awareness about asthma and its impact on Black and Latino boys in Texas. While researching the film, the staggering data compiled by United Way on infant mortality fell out of the sky, landing in my lap.
Many people would just assume that the United States, being as advanced as it is, doesn't have significant infant mortality rates, or that everyone has access to high-quality prenatal care. But the truth is, the United States lags far behind other industrialized nations in infant mortality rates, and, I might add, maternal mortality rates as well. So, why is this happening in our country? We have a problem of access. Having a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby shouldn't be determined by the color of your skin, where you live, or how much money you earn.
Even with all the great advances in science, technology, medicine, too many babies are born prematurely, and there are disturbing racial disparities we must address.
They're not informed about the statistics, and then therefore, because they don't know the information, they don't get the prenatal care needed or the follow-up.
I am constantly reminded that we face a health disparities crisis right here at home. A poor white woman is more likely to have a healthy childbirth than a wealthy African American woman.
African American women are 1.5 times more likely to deliver a preterm infant compared to white women, and the infant mortality rate for Black infants is more than twice that of white infants. These are disparities that we have seen over and over and over again. They are pernicious. The long-term effects of institutionalized discrimination, stress, poverty, all of which are interacting, and if we could fix that problem, our preterm birth rate and our infant mortality rate would be dramatically decreased in the United States.
It's been common for too long, so it no longer raises the alerts of practitioners. They're used to seeing this. Unfortunately, it's off of the radar of abnormality.
Is it conceivable that babies born in Rwanda or Liberia stand a higher probability of being healthier and reaching their first birthday than kids born right here in the United States? So I'm launching this campaign. There are 2 parts. The first is a feature-length documentary and series about the disparities in healthcare in America as it relates to children. The second is a series of comic books to educate parents, grandparents, and caregivers about the concept known as safe sleep. Sudden infant death syndrome is entirely preventable. I'm asking you to support this campaign. Does not every infant deserve a chance at seeing their first birthday? What do we value as Americans? It's time that we do a better job of bringing those values to bear on this issue of Black infant mortality. How do you close this gap in infant mortality? It's a profound question. There are environmental issues at work. Many African Americans live close to hazardous waste dumps, and all of these environmental issues factor into Black infant mortality. We begin by speaking to medical doctors and OBGYNs and NICU nurses and people that worked in childcare and daycare and environmental activists and people who had lost a child to sudden infant death syndrome. And by having this breadth of conversations with many different folks, it helped us shape our thesis, which is there isn't just one cause for this. So our goal is to take the pieces and shape those pieces into a sensible, understandable mosaic that viewers can get.